Welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So from the comments that came in from the previous episode, there was a lot of great comments and a lot of comments that bring concern. So first and foremost, one of the concerns is that potentially my trains will not be able to run through my construction office. They'll have to run, I need to have like a separate line that runs past the train rail office. So I think, and also additionally, a lot of comments were saying that I should probably try to stabilize my economy or have a massively large budget to allow myself to go ahead and build the train. I don't have a good stable budget, so I don't necessarily think it's currently in my cards to set up my train system yet. I think over here is a good idea. There's also mentioned to potentially not worry about exporting boards because we're probably going to change where we do all this, which is probably very accurate and true. So we're just going to delete it in the meantime. We're just going to leave it so that it's not around, and we'll kind of figure something else from there. And then additionally, there was also comments to lower the default crime. What is the punishment for the crime? So I think I'm probably just going to do that. I don't know what a good amount is. So I'll probably just go like that. And then additionally, we can actually set prisoners to also do some of the jobs while they're in prison. And what was mentioned is they can do factory work. So instead of them just kind of sitting in here doing nothing, they can do factory work. Also, while we're looking at the prison, there's a comment that I don't need to import clothes and then unload the clothes. I don't need to unload the clothes. So actually, sorry. I don't think we currently make enough to actually, well, maybe we do. I'm gonna stop importing clothes. So yeah, the prison, we're gonna stop importing and then we'll stop unloading that as well. Because we're making our own clothes, right, we can actually stop purchasing clothes to come in. So we'll load clothes, and then I think we need to restructure like so, and then add to go there as well, and then this needs to be restructured. So now what they'll do, and this is honestly genius, is they'll load up clothes at the warehouse. We'll just tell them to load to 80. I mean, that's way overkill. Load to 80 and then unload clothes and load it to 80. And then if they still have anything left over, then they'll just go export at the borders. So pretty much we're stopped importing clothes. They'll just be moved by this distribution office, which is perfect. So it'll actually go around and export what is needed and kind of where, so we don't really have to worry about it. So it looks like we can actually raise up how many workers are here, because we do have about 7%. I mean, it's still not great, but it is what it is. So prisoners not working is 6. So now they should start working. So what we need to do is grab this bus, change his depot. So I'm going to go here. That's your first stop. And then can they just work at the heating plant? Yeah, let's just pick up anybody and take them there. And then start. So now all of these prisoners should get put to work at the heating plant. So we don't have to waste our citizens to kind of do that. And again, I think I have the wrong trees planted. Oh well. I'm kind of over it. Trees that are there are going to stay there. Gosh darn it, I'm not going to deal with it. kind of dropped that water pretty hard. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of how that's gonna go. Oh, another mention was once we max these out and we're actually starting to pull some profit in, then we can look at getting the rail system. But obviously we're at 88,000. I don't think we have enough to invest into a rail system currently. So we'll continue just to do this. And really, another thing that was mentioned is we don't really need to export anything, right? Like it's just not necessary. So this is a high traffic location. So I think not now, but definitely in the future, I think adding, oh, we can't, that's right, because power lines right there. I was going to say adding a way that they can easily just walk over the top. But that won't happen because we have power lines up there. So never mind. We could probably do not an overpass, but a underpass. And I'm not sure. Metro escalator. So we could do an underpass to avoid them walking across. I don't know if that's really going to be necessary currently. I think we're okay. And yes, we got about 10 tons, 2 ton in there. So what are they? They're definitely eating up a lot of crops. Eating up chemicals a lot slower. So what I think I'm going to do, I don't really want to purchase more covered halls that are big, but we might actually have to. I want to get a second one in here because I think that'll increase how many crops you can bring in, because it looks like we're going to run out of crops before this truck makes it back. Yeah, we're going through crops pretty crazy. So let's purchase another covered hall. Total capacity, it is still that one. So we'll do one more. That's 6 grand out. That's okay. We'll purchase one more big open hall. And I want to see, are you going to the prison? Yes, so you're going to the prison. I want to see if you're going to load anybody up. No. Is there a certain special bus that I need? There was a mention that you needed to have a prison bus, but I don't even see where I can purchase prison bus. Is there a special bus that I can buy here? Bus. No. Police car. Oh, prison bus. Oh! Okay. I guess I just missed this. So this is an 18 person. This is a 6. I have 6 in there. But probably to plan for the future, probably just getting this 18 capacity would be fine. Then we know for sure we can transport. Or should we just do the 6? Nah, let's just do the 6. I don't want to overkill it. So this guy can actually get sent home. We don't need that, man. We need the prison bus. So apparently there is a special type of prison bus. He goes fast. Okay, so now we can add a stop, cancel going to depot. Now you will load and unload prisoners. Perfect. That's what we needed. Great, great. And now this should be able to be more self-sufficient. Oh no. Earthquake! What's this gonna do? Any place is gonna start on fire? What's the damage, sir? Moderate earthquake. Nothing looks to be damaged. That is good. But one thing that we should take a look at is the wear and tear. Oh, our kindergartens are looking full. Okay, so let's actually bump this up because we're not full. We just don't have enough space because not enough workers are working there. What is the wear and tear? 3%. Okay, that's still really, really low. 6%. What about these older buildings? 13%. That's fine. What is our wear and tear on our vehicles? What's our highest wear and tear? 28%. So definitely it looks like we should probably start getting up repair. And actually, with your guys' recommendation to not open up the rail right away, kind of figuring out a better idea, I still think very much that the train needs to run along this way, but now potentially we can actually put our rail office in a different location and just have this track running out over here. Or even we can look to relocate all of this potentially, maybe onto this side, or completely just remove it and figure something else out in the meantime. But we can definitely figure that out later. Really, this is not in reach, eh? Kind of sucks. So what I want to do for the repairs that are going to need to happen eventually, for sure. Actually, we can play the game. I don't want to keep it paused. And again, we have to find, I think it was in logistics, right? Maintenance, technical offices. Where was it? Okay, well, apparently I can't remember. Oh, here it is, maintenance. So I think a small depot should suffice. Definitely in the future, we're going to need to get some bigger ones, but I think this small one should do the trick. So what I was kind of thinking is if we place this here, and actually, does this need... Okay, so it does need some components to actually fully operate itself. Because I guess they use those components to do stuff. So if I place this here, it still allows me to place another construction office on the other side of it and being in that region. As well, I can get in the bus depot end, so any buses that are there, they can still repair. So I think placing this here would be very beneficial. And we can place a warehouse on the back side. So if I place this here, start a construction on that, I'm actually going to demolish this. Is this office... Open that up a little more. Are they going to send somebody out? Doesn't look like it. Cool, alright. So now with this being here, it's still hooked up to all of our resources. It's in walking distance. Now, all of these trucks will get repaired, and the ones that don't, well, we'll have to go to them, but oh well, whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This is queued up. Why aren't you guys moving? Somebody from over there coming. So this will now all be good and dandy. Are any prisoners working? Okay, a couple prisoners are actually working over there. And I think, yeah, we sent the other one home. So that is good. We actually now have some prisoners putting in the time and contributing while they're in prison. And a few of them will be in there for quite a long time. But majority of them should get out fairly quickly because we lowered the sentence. Right? Yeah, he's almost out. See, almost all of these guys are going to get out, except for this guy. He's in there for a while. But other than that, that's great. Police officers are looking a little low. And professors are looking a little low. And we'll open up that to 2. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a slow waiting game for the professors. I mean, higher educate. We're down to 9 now. I don't know how we kind of went down. Lack of meat, crime, prison upbringing, starving. I don't know how people are starving. I still have yet to figure this out. Maybe if we open up another shopping center, they won't starve. I don't know if like that's the cause. If they just kind of at one point kind of mass flood it and just can't keep up. Maybe it's maxing out. Who knows? So maybe another food court would be good. Or not food court, sorry. Small shopping center. So what I think then, how are we looking here? 13 tons of clothes. We are exporting 12,000. I mean, we are making a good amount of clothes now. Like the fabric, I think the fabric is actually being produced faster than the clothing factory's taking it. I want to definitely be able to max it out. Just currently can't. I want to see what our exports look like. 9,000, 3,000 for boards, but like we only exported 6 tons for 9,000, and we already still have another 13 tons in here waiting. Bringing in chemicals. What is the other one doing? This guy's bringing in food. Where's our other? He's over here. He's bringing in crops. Okay. That makes sense. So bringing crops. So yeah, so we need to figure out a deficit of $14,000. I feel like we can figure that out. I think that just comes from producing. Yeah, so he's unloading actually. So first stop, he'll go here to see if they need a load. We go here if they. He should. Let's actually watch. Let's take a looky-loo. See if he's actually doing what he's supposed to do. Eventually, when we get these to asphalt roads, those will be one way. But currently, we can't with. I don't think actually with gravel you can do one ways. So I think most of this actually. Yeah, most of it's being put into here. Okay, that's all right. Well, at least we're not importing the clothes anymore. At least we're dropping them off. Yeah, he ran out, so he's not going to deliver to the prison, but the prison has 5 tons. And he's going to pick up more clothes. Okay, perfect. So it looks like he's always bringing 6.5. So again, he's going to go here first. Or he's not. He's going to export. So it must be full. Okay. I mean, works for me. And then another thing that was brought to my attention that we should look to do. Yeah, see, we're almost hitting a good amount. So something else that was brought to my attention that we should look to do. And it's just like, well, what was mentioned was that we should utilize some of our US dollars and import. But like, I mean, I guess I can go up here. But in my mind, this is just like so far. Like we picked the furthest corner away. And plus we have to go over all these bridges to build. Like, because we're kind of secluded. We have to build a bridge. I mean, I'm going to probably look into that a little bit later of like bringing everything over. But I think what I want to do in the meantime is I want to get another shopping center up because I think we're kind of maxing that out. Our clinics I think are fine, but what I really want to do is I want to really use a lot of our US cash to bring in a lot of third world immigrants. And I want to do that so that we can put them into the school, which granted our school is actually, well, actually it's not full. We could bump this up. Let's just do 12. Kind of see where that leaves us. We can still bump this up. Kind of want to monitor this just a little bit. We gotta make sure we still have enough doctors, right? But yeah, okay. So that we can bump that up. I can get up to 94. Still have enough doctors. Okay, so that's perfect. So this, I think this can wait until at least 94. I think at least planning it out and remembering that we want to place another construction office here will definitely be beneficial. But what I want to now do, and also Spam Filter and I are on the same page here, running a rail track down and through here would be beneficial, and then have a passenger train car pickup located over probably here, I think is the mention. It could also be in here, because they have to be in walking distance of the bus stop. But granted, we can kind of bus them from here to there, and then have this as a transit line to bus them out. So that is good. We only lost $5,000 or rubles last month, actually. That's significantly good. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, so I want to probably bump this number up to 2K. So I want this location that we're building to sustain enough for 600 citizens. And what we're going to use these Bravoslav flats, the brick house number 6. And that's kind of going to be everything that we use. So we're going to make, so very much our first kind of development for the city was, hey, let's kind of throw what looks to be working, and let's just throw it to see if it sticks. Very much that's what we were kind of doing. Now I kind of want to have a little bit more flow to what buildings we're putting up and how we're putting them up, if that makes kind of any sense. 1 prisoner escaped this year. Prison security. Okay. I don't know if that's bad or if that's a good number. I feel like any escapees are probably not good to have, but hey, they happen. So let's look to get building on this. So with this being the expansion of the city, I feel that I do want to have 2 roads going out. Just to have flexibility when we're trying to upgrade the roads, right? Because one thing that was kind of an issue for when we first started Bravoslav is we made this a one-way, so we had to kind of shut this all down while we made it into gravel. With this, we can shut down 1 lane and make the other lane into gravel, right? So we kind of keep our flexibility open. Now we have this way in, so what I'm actually, oh, but it is gravel. I wish I didn't make it into gravel, because I want to delete this actually. Yeah, so can I, add construction, demolish it. Thank you, get on it, pronto. I want to demolish this because I actually want to make this in 1 fall swoop, so we don't have to like worry about it, because I would like to upgrade this, and then they can still come in through here and go around. It's honestly kind of crazy kind of watching them walk through these like walkways, kind of like ants almost, and then walk themselves to this bus stop. I think it's very chaotic very quickly. Death of a child, arrival to a prison, unable to visit a hospital, lack of meat, starving. That is never good. So either we're running out of workers or something's going on that I'm not seeing here. And it must just be an influx when I'm not looking. Just a bunch of people flooding in and they just can't handle it. Or it's just a bunch of newbies that are coming into the city. But I'm thinking it's something where like this type of herd of people just comes and floods the supermarket. And we just can't maintain, because then a bunch of these people will probably go be done work, and then we're probably getting an influx of people trying to shop. Or it's just the way the game kind of operates. That people just can't afford it. Well, it's not even an affording thing. It's just they grab what they need. It's communist. Make it make sense. So, whatever. Okay, so I do like the design of how like I have the pathways in there. They don't have to kind of access anything else. So I will want to set up, I I don't want to have another probably small one like this. I will invest into a little bit more expensive of a shopping center, or even a grocery store, because they can still get their clothes from here. But I think we just need to offset, because they're not having a problem with clothes. It's just starving and lack of meat. So we might even be able to get away with just having... Okay, so somebody actually... Yeah, so they just took a load of clothes, and we only have 0.3 now. And that has maximum 80 and maximum 100. Okay. So yeah, let's focus on that. So... what do we want to place in here? So we need to have food and shopping. Now a grocery store would do food and meat, but that only has one way in. And a small shopping center can do electronics. And we already have electronics in here. We can utilize this as kind of our quote-unquote big warehouse, and then we can upgrade in the future once we're a little bit more stable to be able to actually push to... See, we don't need this massive shopping center. That's, I think, a little overkill. 405. What shopping center do we have here currently? I think it's the 181. 25 workers. 25 workers. So that can have 28 workers. This can have 30. This is the one we currently have. But this one has the double. So we can do the meat, and we can do... the warehouse on the back, and I kind of like that because then we can just bring some meat over as well, so everything kind of run off of this location, and then they can kind of keep it all stored up, which I do like. So we can have like another warehouse here, and then meantime this will be our big warehouse, and then eventually we can upgrade to actually have a realistic big warehouse, but in the meantime we can easily use this one. So we're going to be placing down this as the shopping center. Now this reaches... that reaches the bus stop, which is good. And then we're going to have to find a way to make it also reach the kindergarten. So if we... okay, so they got rid of that. I'm wondering if we add like an underpass here, that then they can reach everything and we keep them off the road. So what I think we might do, I didn't want to remove all of that. Cancel. I just want to remove this. And we're hitting the winter time again, so gotta be careful. Make sure not everyone dies. Set that to be deconstructed. Let's just do, because winter has just hit. Let's go to our overlays here. And let's take a look at our interiors. So they are sitting at 24. And let's look at our heat tanks. They're hovering pretty good. Yes, because this is hovering. This is our heat distribution. It's hovering pretty good. And everything looks like it's staying warm. Potential capacity problem. Okay, so there is a problem with capacity for sending everything out. This does 42 gigajoules. I think it's gigajoules of heat. But this can only estimate a maximum drain. I mean, it's seems to be withholding pretty well. But what we could do is we could actually add another one, another connection up in here, so that we know for sure that everything's gonna stay safe and maintained. So do we want to do, because I want to be able to have the people from over here still reach this school. I don't want to have to build another school. I think that's just a waste. So if I look at the pedestrian walkway, steel overpass, concrete, steel. I do not want concrete. I feel like that's going to be so expensive. Or steel. I think that's going to be so expensive. So if we looked to do something, that's right, they can all reach, they should all be able to reach with or without this here. So I should be able to put this here, have them be able to walk across, and then they can utilize everything. So let's demolish all of that. Look at our demolition office. Sign you can bulldoze. Okay. Road connection with construction office doesn't exist. Okay, so can we put down dirt road in the meantime? Now does it have a... Yep. Alright, so we'll demolish this, have a pathway that goes over, and then we can set up the... Then we can set up the... Wow, why am I drawing a blank? The grocery store, the shopping center. So this would have to go here, and then it looks like you set it up with pergola. Is that what you would set it up with? Ah, bridge, concrete. Okay, so then you would set up with that. Okay, that makes sense. Perfect, wonderful, awesome. Sitting at 10%, that's good. We actually made money last quarter as well. We made 5 grand. Good. We're actually moving up in cash. But again, once we... I think we discovered that last time is that we can actually, if we just sit, we can actually make cash. But if we start to build, then we run out. So, and I mean, we're going to be building. So we're probably going to start running out. Death of a child, rattled to prison, starving, unable to pray in a church. I mean, we can't do anything with that. Lack of meat, crime... Low government loyalty, unable to practice sports, unable to enjoy culture. How are you unable to practice sports, man? That's a 10. This thing's massive. Huh. You definitely can be able to enjoy sports, my guy. Perfect. So they're finishing that, and they gotta finish this. And we can build that. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory where this needs to kind of go. So if that's going to come across, I think we should hook it up about... Do I want it like here? I could hook it up like this. Right? And then they can kind of enter through the back or through the side. Or I could hook it up like this. How would that look, though? Yeah, it's going to come there, and that's enough room. And then we can hook this up potentially to the roundabout. So let's do that. Hook this up. I kind of like that. Kind of just comes off the roundabout. So we can do that. That looks good to me. Oh, you're delivering alcohol. I was like, what are you doing? Delivering alcohol. What are you doing? You're an ambulance. Oh, you're picking somebody up to deliver them for treatment. Okay. Right on. Yeah, so that looks good. Yeah, it looks like our garbage trucks are keeping up to demand. How's the dump? Pretty full. Not good. Okay. So yeah, so that's the shopping center. Really have no construction office? Oh, it does. 2 work days. Okay, he just dropped off workers. Perfect. Yeah, so once this gets all picked up and cleaned up, then we can easily set up what we need. And then we can hook it all up here. So now that side is looking more like I can understand what they're doing. Get the concrete bridge. I hope this works. I really do. Set this up right there. That's all. I might need to run it back even more. Alright, because I'm trying to set this all up here. So this needs to be pushed back. I think I'm just gonna actually just do that, and then we can reset it as we need it. So let's add a new construction zone to there. All right, continue on what you're doing, please. Awesome. I'm going to get rid of this connection. I don't think it's really necessary. Courthouse overwhelmed. Okay, that's fine. Be overwhelmed. What are we up to? 10%. That's awesome. That's good. That means that we're hitting good numbers. Prison, we're up to 6 prisoners. Man, not, oh wow, 3 escapes this year. How do I increase my prison security? Do I need walls? I mean, they're all walled in, no? I don't know, man. So we made money last quarter. We're definitely not making money this quarter. Why is that? What are we importing? What's our biggest in chemicals? Okay. I can live with that because we can eventually make our own chemicals. Not a huge concern to me. Not a huge concern at all. Oh wow, where's he off to? You're off to get more meat? Why are you off to get more meat? Really? The meat storage is low? That's a lot. Huh. Okay, well that's okay. Still got more boards being delivered. I'm not sure as to why they're doing that. Is it a one-way? No. So what I do want to do though here is these need to be right-of-ways with yields. And I also want to set this up so that they're right-of-way with yields so that these are actually correct for the flow that we need. Yeah, so now they'll yield to oncoming traffic. And we can maintain speeds, which is good. Awesome, we're looking good. We're 11,000 in the hole. It's kind of crazy. This month alone, we're just so far in the hole. I guess because of all the chemicals. We really need that many chemicals? Where do they all go? We got 10 ton of clothes. Alright, who knows? Whatever. It is what it is. Is this done yet? Man, people, you are slow. You are so slow, good sir. Okay, so then what I want to do, and I'm going to place this all out in dirt currently. So I want this to come like here, and then I want this to come here. So now that's going to connect them up to the shopping center. Then that means if I do any housing over here, that they should all be able to reach the school. But I kind of want to... How are they supposed to reach this? If I continue the construction, they don't have any paths. But if I do this one, then they should have a path to this one. But what I could also do temporarily is hook that up there, and then yeah, now they should be able to reach. Because I know I want this placed here. I just need to get this gone so I can place the other side on, and then I should be able to see kind of like an estimate of what we would get. It honestly just looks like we're not even exporting any clothes currently. Oh, unless right there. You're importing, and you're looking to take a load. Okay, yeah, because there's 2 loads worth of clothes in here. That's great. Yeah, we're definitely producing a lot more fabric than we can sell, so that's awesome. Looking good, looking good. Looking very, very good. Definitely feel potentially a little bit more scattered this episode, but I think that's okay. Not all episodes can be the bee's knees, am I right? So yeah, okay, he's picking it up. Once he picks this up, because he definitely should have enough. Once he leaves, perfect. Okay, can actually back it up even more. Good, and then we can build the concrete overpass. Why are you not? Good sir. Maybe because it's building the backside. I'm actually unsure why. Okay, so if we do this, And then concrete. Yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, that works. All right. And then we will queue all of this up, like so. And then once that's done, and now I actually wonder, can I see... So now in theory, when I did all of that, now they can actually reach, I mean, they can't reach the food, but that's fine. They can reach the bus stop. They can reach the bus stop, they can reach the school, they can reach the kindergarten. That means that we should be able to stay functional with just maintaining these. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have used our first overpass. Round of applause. Yeah, so first use of an overpass ever, honestly, in my whole entire time playing Workers and Resources. Soviet Republic, so pretty interesting times. So this needs to stay built just in the time being until actually, yeah, I'll just leave this built currently until we can take it down. But now what we want to look to do is, how do I want these houses to sit? So obviously these are pretty hefty, pretty big. We don't need any road connection, but we do want to have statues by them so we engage with the loyalty aspect. But I think what I want to do is I want to probably want to do, so if these are 150, let's just round down, so it's 150, we need 500, so 150, that's 3. We do another 3, that's 6. So if we need, in sense, 4 homes, we could probably get away with 3, but 4 would be perfect. So if we did, oh man, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. We just blocked the path for the train. Is it too late? I mean, we can just run it around. Meow. Oh, we also blocked the path for the okay, hold on. One second. We're doing stuff we said we would never do. If I take that away, that's still fine. Yeah, so let's actually add this before I forget. So the warehouse, I think if we do the warehouse here, yeah, warehouse here, and then meat storage would be, is it in general cargo as well? Oh yeah, meat storage. We just need the small one as well. We'll eventually get the big one, but just currently just the small one will do. And I think what we'll do is we'll place it, yeah, we'll place it there. Okay, so that will supply, that'll supply the store. And what I think we can do is do this. Actually, hold on. Let's delete that. Let's do, so this is going to need to attach, I think here would be great. And then we can run this guy. Maybe we actually run this one out this way. Thing coming from different sides, so they're not congesting each other up. Yeah, I kind of like that. Then that just means, actually, can we make this tighter? We can. Honestly, might be better, but this like ends up actually sitting a lot nicer because then it's like the natural cross. And then what we can do here, set this up like so. Yeah, okay. And then what we can actually do in here is maybe place like a cheaper Soviet sign. Maybe we could do the Eternal Flame. We don't have this one. And it's kind of cool. Place it like, just like right here. Do kind of like. We can kind of do that. Yeah. All right. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Looks like all that's built. That's building up. That's getting built. It's all looking good, man. So then that can be built. definitely before we get all this up, this needs to be built and supplied so that we're not killing our people. So we need we need 4. They have the signage. So I'm thinking if we did 1, 2, let's ensure, and actually we can get rid of this. Let's ensure that by doing this, we can still reach everywhere that we need to reach. Okay, so it currently stops here. I think that's just due to because it can't find the path. So I want to kind of do this and that. Actually even... This is always like the trickier part is like figuring out like how do you want your buildings to line up and lie. To me at least, I always find it to be the most trickiest part. What if we actually... What if we close this in? Because obviously I don't think I want to build out anymore. I think I want to close this. What if I did this? Left some space. Left some space for a path. Something like this. Something like that. Something like... Whoa, what are you doing? This is not being supposed to be built. What did I just witness? I have no idea. Making some money, might have to take out a loan. I mean, happens. Do I want to pull this? I think I might actually want to do that. I think I want to pull this away. So let's actually just delete all of it again. I think I want to pull this away from the road. Just a tad little bit. If I do that, then I can add in a path. So I'm going to do this. It's a little too far. I can do kind of like this and then this. Would have been nice if that would have cooperated. I guess we can do that. So then once this is built, we can kind of see if this is within distance, because I think what we can do is do another one and potentially have a park here. So when it's good weather, we're not over managing here. We have a good split. Let's kind of see. So all that is done. Currently, they can reach the school and the kindergarten. That's pretty much what's crucial. I would like them to reach the bus stop, and I think the way that we can do that is by increasing these to gravel row or gravel walkways. So let's remove this currently. Let's look to see how can we build. We can do that. It's a little janky if you try to move it. Alright, let's just play it. Let's play it on slower speed. Can I get rid of... Can I get rid of those? And then will allow me to place a footpath in just a little bit nicer. Looks like it will. So if we did that, that would allow us to do that. And then we can do this. And then we can kind of see... Okay, now they can go all the way to the bus stop. And that's kind of what we wanted to do, is get them to this bus stop. And kind of that's where they already... That's really only where they need to get to. Because if they get there, in sense, we're allowing them to also get here in case of any issues where this shopping center goes down. And additionally, now we can also tailor to the other side as well, if we actually just quickly hook up, do this. Good, we can. So now look at all that. Like now they can use, they can use both of them. And I think actually if we upgrade this to gravel, so this is upgraded to gravel. Now actually it should go even further. Yeah, okay, it goes all the way to the bus stop. So that is excellent. Let's Looks like they can queue up that. I mean, okay, that's a good start. Let's get these other two buildings in. To kind of make that shape that I'm trying to say is oh, we're out of range for sewage. Hold on. That's in range. That's in range. You're in range for heating, not electrical. Not electrical, but pretty much everything else. So okay, that's good to know. So we're not in range of electrical here. Where are substations? Substation here, 130, 95. I thought we had one more substation. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, it was probably time to build another substation anyways. So I think what we'll do is we'll build one. Don't want gravel, it just doesn't make sense. So I'll put one here, make it into a mud path. They'll start to build that. So then at least we can get some power. Heat is good, but we want to build another heating plant. Water's in range and sewage is within range. That's good. And it's not backing up. Right on. I think we're still good. Okay, so yeah, power will get in here. But everything else was already pre-established. That's good. Awesome. Perfect. Now we can go back because we solved a problem that could have been detrimental. Kind of want it to... I think this might actually be a little bit too open. Can I make it like a weird, weird box? Okay, actually, what if we... Honestly, this project that we're building here is probably gonna wrap up the episode anyways, so let's make sure that it's done right, huh? Let's not kind of half it and regret it in the future. So I think if we did this, and then we hooked this one up, we do kind of like what if we kept a pathway so they can keep going through? So if we did, I don't think I want them, well, maybe I do. So what if we did this? Then we can let them out through the top? No, I don't like that. I don't like that. So maybe, is this about even? Yeah, that looks about even. So what if we did that? Now we put the last one here. Sorry for, I'm sorry for the long delayed pause. I had to really think that one through. And then we could run gravel through here, hook that up, and then that up. And then what we could actually, let's cancel that. What I think I want to do, hook this up like this. Cancel. Actually, we're going to have to make it so we can do rounded corners. So that like that. This to there, and then here to here. And then we can kind of make kind of a roundabout, right? These up. So this is going to be very much our low residential, just fill up this with maximum amount of people as physically possible. So we'll do something like that. This will be their way in. This will also be, I guess, a way in and a way out, and then we can plan the rest. And then we have this open area that we can look to figure out. And let's see, yes, so they can still reach there. I want to make sure that they can all still reach. I think this is our furthest away. So currently they cannot reach. How much by? So it's 382 to get this to there. It's Not ideal, because then they can't get to the bus stop for work. We could make a transfer station, but that just... not ideal. What are we... How far away are we from that? So 382. I think they go about... How far can this go? 370, and we're 382. I think 382 is kind of maxing it out. Oh boy, I really wish that would fit here. Okay, so what if we... So this is 300. This is 450. So what if we demolish that, cancel these paths? Because we know that... Oh, you're also having an issue. Okay, so... Is this the part where the game gets tricky? Or is this just a part where I have to kind of suck it up and build some more bus stops? Potentially it's the suck it up and build some more bus stops. So this is 110. Can this actually fit in here? Oh, it can. Would they be in range? It looks like it'd actually be in range. So we could do... Actually, what is the quality? This is 87? Or could we put them here? Ah, man. Decisions. We're losing so much money, too. I thought we were making money. What are we losing our money on? Chemicals. Power. No. I mean, we're not even importing anything. We're losing money. Foreign manpower. Are we just not exporting clothes? Again, I'm getting distracted. I think we're just not. I think we're just handing the clothes off. Oh, this is at 70 now. Lack of meat. Unable to visit hospital. Starving. Okay, let's get this up and operational. Come on. There you go. Okay. Let's at least get that up and operational, because currently everyone can reach it. So then at least we can relieve the workload off of this and potentially start raising our happiness again. And unable to do sports. I mean, there's literally a sports hall right here, my guys. Lack of meat. Yeah, I think it's just we're probably hitting a weird point where there's not enough workers. I mean, we're not really watching it. I feel like if we watched it more regularly, we could probably figure it out. And then we can kind of go from there. So yeah, this very much well, like when we finally figure out how this is supposed to all go, this will definitely wrap up the episode. So maybe to conserve space, because they can also use the sports hall and that soccer field, we might have to do it a little bit more compacted. If we did something like this, leave some space so that we can fit a house, or some pathways, this, and then that will be good. And then we can build in, minus the fact that I forgot that that we did that. Okay, hold on. Was it control? Yeah, okay, it was control. I just need to do this and this, and then we can put those back in, because then now they have a walkway. So I think it was, I'll do here, flip, here, flip, leave the space. Now I don't even need the walkway on the back, but I'm gonna keep it just cuz. And we'll place this one here. Okay, perfect. Then now we can run this like this, and run this like so, and like so. So now cancel. I mean, I guess we can just do this, no? Still does the same thing. Yeah. Okay. So now these will be built, and they should now all reach. Yeah, 368. This is the furthest away one. 346. Yeah. So now they'll all reach. They can all very easily reach this shopping center. And then we'll get this one set up, and then this should hopefully counteract our weird, awful lack of meat problem, so that we don't have to deal with that anymore. And that'll be dandy. Can we build this? Oh yeah, we can. Look at that. Hey-oh. What else can we queue up to build? Don't really need that. Probably. Oh yeah, we have to build that first. Okay. So this will definitely be a construction for the future. But once it's up and running, this will store, well, it's about 600, so that'll definitely boost us up. And then that'll allow us to get a lot more students in, so then we can really hit that number that we need. And hopefully stop having this happen. So actually, until that time, I'm going to lower the amount of teachers that are over there, because we just don't have anybody that has low education. We got one person, technically speaking, I guess, which is a little bit weird. But we'll kind of go from there. So I think that will do it for today's episode. I think, well, you know what, I'll actually go just for a couple more minutes longer. I think it's, I think we're pretty much almost there, but I'll go for a little bit longer. Even if it is a little bit longer of an episode, that's fine by me. So this is definitely all coming together nicely. We're opening up a location, kind of a additional build, so that we can have more students, and those students can go to the small school. Definitely, I don't think if we fill all of these right away that we will be able to maintain in the small school. It'll probably have to be upgraded to a bigger school, but I'm trying to, and what we can do is we can definitely do it in waves. So like fill this one, wait a little bit, fill this one, fill this one, fill this one. I think it's also probably beneficial that we do it in a wave instead of just trying to throw them all together as quickly as possible. So definitely we're going to do it in a wave format. But what I want to look at lastly in this episode is there anything that we can fit kind of within here that would allow them to do a little bit more sporting activity, so that we can kind of offset there. I'm not able to, okay, not that. I'm not able to do sports. I kind of want to be able to, I guess, obviously, yes, we're building something that's, you know, meant for the winter or the summertime, but right now people are complaining that, I mean, they're unable to visit a hospital, which could have been true because we had so many teachers lined up. I mean, that could have very much well been true. Don't think it's going to be true anymore. Starving, I mean, I don't get that. I've never got it for like 3 episodes now, but we're building another shopping center. We'll get it all set up, so that should go away because now we're like literally dividing it. But everything else is pretty reasonable. Like, unable to practice sports, I mean, it's currently at 25, but they have a sports hall, so don't know why they're not using it. But we can build kind of like one more outdoorsy thing for them. I think that'll help alleviate some of the stupidity that we're seeing, right? Even an amphitheater in here would be kind of cool. Definitely won't fit, but would have been cool. That could have been more culture, right? But I think basketball, a basketball court and tennis courts in here would be kind of neat. How would I want it? Probably kind of like, I think maybe that would be good. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. And then we can set these up with gravel, and we'll just kind of do... Is there a note here? Was. Still doesn't really matter. Maybe we can set it up to this one. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So now that will kind of build, and then we can put some trees around it, and everything will look hunky-dory and look awesome. Anything else that we can to build? No. Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, that'll definitely do it for this episode today. So kind of just to recap, we took away the train. we're sitting at a bad deficit right now for clothes. At one point, we were actually making money, but now we're back to losing money. Not fully sure why. I mean, we have like a bunch that we can export, but we're kind of not doing that. Like we're just. Oh, he's dropping off booze. So hopefully that kind of gets corrected. I mean, I'm sure it will. It's not always going to be that way because eventually they're going to have to start taking some crops, or maybe that's the kind of the issue is they're running low on crops and they're just not sure. Just wish that they would like, hey, load it up. Oh, maybe if we change it to 10. That was actually a mention. If we change it to 20%, maybe then they'll start actually taking some clothing. But anyways, while we kind of watch this finish up, thanks again everybody for tuning into another episode. Yeah, I think he's just going to go grab some more crops. So maybe what we might do is we might take one of these flatbeds off and just have them designated to, or even just one of these small ones. I mean, we have one sitting around. We can do 4.7 tons of clothes. So at least we just tell him to load and unload clothes. But anyways, thanks again for tuning into another episode of Workers and Resource Soviet Republic. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to stay updated and notified on things that we're kind of doing, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, even if it's just for the sake of engagement. I love communicating with everybody and kind of hearing what they have to say. And again, we've placed the... Oh, have we placed the right trees this time? I think we placed the right trees this time. But anyways, yeah, that was kind of the recap of building another location, trying to get another shopping district up and running, because apparently everyone's starving. How? No clue. But they are. They're all starving, so maybe we have to, get another shopping center in, and that's what we're doing. We're getting a bigger one. Even though they both say small, technically this one's slightly bigger. Remove the rail yard and figured out the prison situation and kind of watched close. So didn't really get a whole bunch of stuff done today, but definitely got a good amount of stuff done. So I will see everybody in the next episode. Take care.